was a pure church. It was a conquering church, represented by the white horse, going out conquering and to conquer. It instilled terror in the hearts of sinners because of the righteousness and holiness of those who belong to the church. But then something happened. Apostasy came into the church. Notice 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 3 and 4. By the way, this is talking about the Antichrist, and we're going to deal with the Antichrist later in this series. We're going to talk about the beast. Notice 2 Thessalonians 2, verses 3 and 4. It says, "Let no one deceive you by any means. For that day," that means the day of the coming of Jesus, "that day will not come unless the falling away comes first." The expression falling away is one Greek word, and the word is apostasia, where we get our English word apostasy. In other words, Jesus will not come until the apostasy comes first. And the man of sin is revealed. What is sin? Remember this, transgression of the law. It's going to be a man who is going to say that it's okay to transgress the law of God. He's going to play games with the holy law of God. And it says, and the man of sin is revealed, the son of perdition. Do you know the only other person in the Bible who's called the son of perdition? Judas Iscariot. Was Judas an outsider? Was Judas some pagan that warred against Jesus Christ from outside? No! He even betrayed Jesus with a kiss. In other words, the Antichrist is not going to arise from without. He's going to arise from where? From within the church, just like with Israel. And it says in verse 4, notice what this Antichrist is going to do, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he sits as God. Is he going to proclaim himself to be God? Absolutely. We're going to notice in the prophecy about the beast that he speaks blasphemies against God. And blasphemy is when an individual who is a mere man claims to be God. And so it says that he sits as God in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Do you know what the temple of God is? A lot of people today are looking to the Middle East. They say, oh, the Jewish temple has to be rebuilt. But every other place that the Apostle Paul uses that expression, temple of God, he's referring to the Christian church. For example, Ephesians 2, verses 19 to 21. He speaks of the Ephesians as being the temple of God. We read from 1 Corinthians chapter 6 where it says that we are the temple. 2 Corinthians chapter 3 says that the church of Corinth is the temple. In other words, the temple is not that temple in the Middle East, because Jesus says, your house is left unto you desolate. The temple is the church. So let me ask you, where was the apostasy going to arise? It was going to arise where? In the church. And the book of Revelation describes this end-time apostasy of the Christian church. I want you to notice Revelation chapter 17. We're going to see the characteristics here. You're going to now see some similarities with what we studied from Israel in the Old Testament. Revelation chapter 17, verse 1. Then one of the 7 angels who had the 7 bowls came and talked with me, saying, come, I will show you the judgment of the great what? Of the great harlot who sits on many waters. Oh, that great harlot must be Iraq.